We had turn that light, that one. Okay. Hey, welcome to Kim and Amy Read Urantia, and I am Kim.
I'm Amy.
Yeah, okay. First, we got 32 to 365 of Walking the Red Road. Yeah, Terry Jean. Okay. I'm going to read this one here. This is a quote from one of the most famous Indians or Native Americans. The PC thing, Okay, Native Americans. Today's January 5th. Sitting Bull, also known as Hunkesni. Did I say that right? So, okay. Hunkpapa Sioux lived from 1831 to 1890. He says, "The earth has received the embrace of the sun, and we shall see the results of that love."
Wow.
Okay, do you think of Sitting Bull? Sitting Bull was this
I know,
kick-ass,
very famous.
Leader who, kicked the 7th Cavalry at Wounded Knee to the curb, right? Okay, who says this, sensitive, "The earth has received the embrace of the sun, and we shall see the results of that love."
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely beautiful, and we have.
And we
do. Need to respect that a lot more.
Yeah. And also, a native to know, we're also honoring Handsome Lake, which is a beautiful name, right? Handsome Lake was a half brother of Corn Planter. Handsome Lake was a Seneca of Western New York, and he lived from 1735 to 1815.
Wow.
And he was a spiritual prophet, brother of Corn Planter, who was also in the Seneca tribe, Seneca Nation of Western New York. Okay, Handsome Lake, half brother of Corn Planter, was a spiritual prophet who stressed the importance of traditional religious ceremonies and preached a message that would later be known as the Code of Handsome Lake.
Wow.
His spiritual messages were heard by many Iroquois people. Seneca Nation was part of the Iroquois Confederacy, who traveled for miles to hear him speak. Even after his death in 1815, his teachings continue through his followers and are now known as the Longhouse Religion. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah. The Longhouse, because they all lived, the 5 council fires, they lived in the long houses. Yeah, together like that in that shelter. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you, Sitting Bull, and thank you, Handsome Lake, for your contributions to our society. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're going to switch gears and read from the Urantia book. And today we're starting paper 32, The Evolution of Local Universes, and we're reading part 1, or section 1, Physical Emergence of Universes. Okay? Do you want to start here, Amy?
The pre-universe manipulations of Space Force and the primordial energies are the work of the Paradise Master Force organizers. But in the super-universe domains, when emergent energy becomes responsive to local or linear gravity, they retire in favor of the power directors of the super-universe concerned.
Okay, so first they have to take, everything is random. So I always think of I don't know much about technology, but formatting a disk, they've got all this random magnetic space, and it has to form lines or patterns of energy in order so that it can be useful to impact, to imprint information on that disk. It's the same with organizing physical space.
These power directors function alone in the pre-material and post-force phases of a local universe creation. There is no opportunity for a creator sun to begin universe organization until the power directors have effected the mobilization of the space energies sufficiently to provide a material foundation, literal suns and material spheres for the emerging universe.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see
That
that
makes
in my
sense?
brain, but
Okay. So yeah, so think of just all this space that has like random stuff, you know,
yeah, kind of like what we were looking
positrons
at
and
last night.
electrons
Yeah.
and quarks and all this kind of random stuff. Okay. So they kind of make lines of force of gravity. And this is how the deities manipulate, because it will talk about God the Father has something called a personality circuit, where it's like this force of personality. And how do you think that personality has a force? But it maintains an attractive force like gravity.
Mhm.
And then there's the gravity circuit, there's the spirit circuit, right? And then there's the mind circuit.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. So these are actual, like, they're using these lines of force, of spiritual force,
And
to
literal suns.
to bring about
Mhm.
material spheres, so that we can so that the
For the emerging
creator
universes.
sun can organize the material and begin the universe creation of the universe.
Sounds really pretty interesting how it
Yeah.
unfolds.
Yeah.
It's hard to visualize.
Well, okay, we don't have any experience in this realm. Like I'm thinking of formatting a disk, information on a disk.
That's cool.
Okay, I'll go for a little bit.
Mhm.
The local universes are all approximately of the same energy potential, though they differ greatly in physical dimensions and may vary in visible matter content from time to time. The power charge and potential matter endowment of a local universe are determined by the manipulations of the power directors and their predecessors, as well as by the Creator Sun's activities and by the endowment of the inherent physical control possessed by his creative associate. Again, the creative associate is the local mother spirit.
Okay.
So that's like the reflection of the Holy
That's the
Spirit.
part that I missed. So that's why some of this might not be
Okay.
connecting with me as well.
Okay.
That's cool.
So
Yeah,
always,
same energy potential, though they differ greatly in physical dimensions. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this and try to picture it.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good exercise. That's an exercise for your mind. Yeah. Okay.
And then not just power directors, but their predecessors. That's just
The master force organizers.
Yeah, it just goes. It goes way back.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of levels of input into that creation before even Jesus gets
Mhm.
there to start,
Making things happen.
making things happen. But it's all in. He's the
Yeah.
one with the plan, with he's the architect of this, and then the force, the energy, and the material that makes this possible. That's the mother spirit. So it's actually, the way I understand it, I have to qualify all this. This is my input. My understanding is that it's her body that he's creating from.
Wow.
And her
Okay.
her energy,
That sounds really pretty.
because he's like the mind who's got the plan, and she brings the material and the body and the
Into
potential.
existence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And through the process, she becomes personalized.
Okay.
Right.
That's a really awesome idea and way to see it.
I know.
It's totally different than what the Bible teaches.
Right. Well, yeah. It's more sciencey, but it's more
But see,
expansive.
that's why I like about it is that, there's so much out there that needs to be, and this has an explanation for
Well,
all of
it's
that.
a more mature kind of. I think it's because when the Bible was written, we thought in certain ways, and we had certain. But now,
So sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I have to grab that.
okay, yeah. But now science has expanded our ability to understand more about our world, our universe that we belong to. So anyway, yeah. Oh, Should I wait for her to come back? Are you going to come back or should I go ahead? Okay. The energy charge of a local universe is approximately 100,000th of the force endowment of its super universe. In the case of Nebadon, your local universe, the mass materialization is a trifle less. Physically speaking, Nebadon possesses all of the physical endowment of energy and matter that may be found in any of the Orvantan local creations. The only physical limitation upon the developmental expansion of the Nebadon universe consists in the quantitative charge of space energy held captive by the gravity control of the associated powers and personalities of the combined universe mechanism. Okay, so we're just talking about here that the charge and the energy in Nebadon, okay, is a trifle less than so it's 1/100,000th of the force endowment of its super universe. Okay.
I'm a fast reader.
Okay, so then I read up to here.
You read this or didn't?
No, I didn't. I read up to there. So you go ahead there.
Okay.
Yeah.
When energy matter has attained a certain stage in mass materialization, a paradise creator son appears upon the scene, accompanied by a creative daughter.
Right. That's the consort,
Yep.
the Holy Spirit.
The creative daughter of the infinite spirit. Simultaneously with the arrival of Creator Son, work is begun on the architectural sphere, which is to become the headquarters world of the projected local universe. For long ages, such as local creation evolves, suns become stabilized, planets form and swing into their orbits, while the work of creating the architectural worlds, which are to serve as constellation headquarters and system capitals, continues. Oh, wow. So a lot's going on.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so Jesus, our creative son, is kind of like married.
Yeah.
To our universe mother spirit. That's such a beautiful idea to me. And so it's giving credence to the female contribution in creation.
Mm-hmm. And it's weird because you don't hear any of that in the Bible, but in many other ideas of evolution, and Jesus does have a wife.
And ideas really in other kinds of Christianity, Jesus has. Well, not Mary Magdalene and stuff like that.
No, I was thinking
more like what?
More like the show Lucifer, more like supernaturals. Geez. But there has to have that idea coming from somewhere, because there are sections that weren't put in the actual Bible because there wasn't proof. So like Lilith being Adam's first wife didn't make it into the Bible. And then there was the theory about Jesus having a wife that didn't make it into the Bible.
Yeah.
But other shows will pick up that theory and then put it
into play. People have great imaginations, and they, so
I do believe that there are things that happen that didn't end up. So to hear this, it just kind of because we have such a closed-minded idea. We're told to believe this and only this, and then not Urantia, but other religious beliefs. We have to believe that this is how it was, and there's no room for any debate. But then this is more open to interpretation and more developmental, and it goes to a wider scale, and it has explanations for the things that I don't know how to explain it, but in a way that I get it, that makes sense to me, because I'm the type of person, well, why do I have to believe this if it doesn't answer all of my questions, where
Right.
this kind of gives me an idea.
You
Oh,
feel like it
so
answers more
yeah, so
stuff.
this is where that could have come from. And I don't like the idea of we're closed-minded in a little circle or a little
Right.
box, and that's it.
You know what? And I gotta fight again. Now that I found this, and I was never like this, but I feel myself like I want to cling to this and say this is the truth. But what people believe in, what people put faith in, the value of it is in how it functions in your life.
Mhm.
So I find, I have to fight against being dogmatic about this book, because it's not supposed to be a dogmatic. It's not supposed to be a dogma. It's supposed to be a guide. Okay, and these writers of this book will say that there's so much we just can't tell you about because you're not going to understand, or maybe there's a few of you that'll understand, but most of you won't, or that we're just not allowed to talk about because it's going to change what we want to. We can't have you knowing about everything.
Yeah.
So, but most of the time it's like you can't possibly understand this, or sometimes it's we don't know. They say, you know what? Some of us are thinking about this, and some of us think it's the other way, but we don't really know, which is amazing too. So
it just opens up more possibilities to what's really out there, and it makes your mind, it challenges you to think and grow and evolve as a human being.
And
I
you
love
start to regard language itself as a very fallible thing. Like if you say something like that you think is just true, just automatically, the way you say that makes a whole big difference in the way that truth is perceived.
Yeah.
So yeah, you language itself is a very iffy thing, but we can't get around it because we live in physical bodies with but it's wonderful, the possibilities this brings.
What I
into
love
my
is
mind.
that we have this idea of what the big picture, the final picture is, and this just blows that all to just.
Isn't it?
Because you got to see a bigger, infinite picture. Like, we were told infinite before, and we had this idea infinite. This just blows our mind of what infinite is.
Yeah, it is. It's just like, it blows your perspective apart from like here, and all of a sudden you're just like, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I feel like too when I
and possibilities. So it's so much more hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna close it then, and tomorrow we'll continue.
Universe organization.
Organization. And that's going to be awesome. And you have a wonderful day. We love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Yay.